me tell you something real right now. Life does not care who you are. It doesn't care where you came from. It doesn't care about your background, your struggle, your pain, or your excuses. Life is coming for you regardless. It's going to test you. It's going to throw everything at you. Loss, rejection, failure, betrayal, heartbreak, depression. And you know what life wants to see? It wants to see if you're going to fold or if you're going to fight. You see, too many people out here giving up when they're only inches from the goal line. Too many people quit the moment it gets hard. But champions, no, champions are different. Champions don't quit. Champions don't back down. Champions don't run from the fire. They walk through it. You say you want success, but are you willing to fight for it? You say you want to make your family proud, then are you willing to suffer for it? You want the dream job, the big house, the legacy, the freedom, the peace, then are you willing to bleed for it? Because that's what it takes. It takes blood. It takes sweat. It takes tears. It takes every part of you, every fiber of your being to stand up in the face of adversity and say, you will not break me. I was built for this. I will fight to my last breath. Let me ask you this. How bad do you want it? No, I mean it. How bad do you want it? Bad enough to stay up all night? Bad enough to fail over and over and still get back up? Bad enough to push through when your legs are shaking, your back is breaking, and your heart is saying, I can't? You know what separates the winners from the rest? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not connections. It's grit. It's hunger. It's that relentless spirit that refuses to die. You want to be great? You want to leave a mark on this world? Then you got to make a decision right now that you are never going to quit, no matter what. Yeah, you might fall. That's part of the game. You're going to lose people. You're going to be misunderstood. You're going to have days when you can't even look in the mirror. But guess what? That's when you dig deep. That's when you look at the pain and say, is that all you got? Because every setback, every struggle, every ounce of pain is building you. It's making you stronger. It's preparing you for something greater. But only if you don't quit. Only if you keep swinging. Only if you keep fighting to your last breath. You think the greats had it easy? You think they just woke up with everything handed to them? Nah. They fought battles you never even saw. They cried in silence. They worked while others slept. They sacrificed when nobody was watching. That's the difference. That's the price of greatness. And let me tell you something. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's coming to save you. You've got to be your own hero. You've got to wake up every day and choose to fight. Choose to rise. Choose to grind when you're tired. Choose to believe when everything is telling you to give up. You got dreams? Then protect them. You got goals? Then go get them. Stop talking and start doing. Stop wishing and start working. Stop waiting and start moving. Time ain't waiting on you. You don't have forever. One day your time's gonna run out. One day you're gonna take your last breath. And the question is, what will your story say? Will it say you gave up when it got hard? Will it say you settled because it was comfortable? Or will it say you fought? Will it say you stood tall in the storm? Will it say you gave it everything you had every single day? Don't you dare leave this earth without emptying yourself. Don't you dare die full of potential. Die empty, die fulfilled, die proud. Leave it all on the field. You've got something inside of you. You've got power, you've got fire, you've got resilience. But it only shows up when you're tested. And that test is coming. Maybe it's already here, but now is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, so what are you going to do? Are you going to lay down and take it? Or are you going to rise up like a warrior and say, not today? I've come too far. I've been through too much. I've cried too many nights. I've sacrificed too many years. I'm not giving up now. I'm fighting till my last breath. You were not born to be average. You were not made to blend in. You were built for greatness. You were designed for purpose. And that means you've got to go all in. You've got to give everything. You've got to push past the pain, push past the fear, push past the doubt. This is your life, your one shot. And I don't care where you started. I care where you finish. And the only way you're going to finish strong is if you fight. If you fight when it hurts. Fight when you're tired. Fight when nobody believes in you. Fight when your mind says stop. Fight when your body says no more. Fight when the world says you can't, because when you fight to your last breath, you win, even if you don't cross the finish line first. You win because you never gave up. You win because you kept going. You win because you honored your struggle. You win because you proved to yourself and the world that you are a force to be reckoned with. So rise up, stand tall, put your shoulders back, lift your chin, lock your eyes on the prize, and make this vow. I will fight to my last breath. I will not be defeated. I will not be broken. I will become everything I was born to be. Let's go. No retreat, no surrender, no fear. Just fight. Motivation is a spark. It's powerful, intense, but short-lived. It shows up when the environment feels right, when you're hyped by a video, or when you're riding the high of a new goal. It's what gets you to the gym on January 1st, what makes you write down dreams on a vision board, what makes you swear that this time will be different. But here's the truth. Motivation fades. It disappears when life gets inconvenient, when you don't feel like it, when nobody is watching. It disappears on cold mornings, on long nights, in moments of frustration, and when progress is invisible. That's where discipline steps in. Discipline is the foundation. It's the engine that keeps running even when the thrill is gone. It doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't ask for permission. Discipline shows up no matter what. It's what gets you out of bed when the alarm goes off at 4:30 IM minutes. It's what makes you put in the reps even when no one's clapping. It's the thing that says, do it anyway. When your body says no, when your mind says quit, and when your heart says it's not worth it. The world is full of talented people who never made it because they relied on motivation. It's full of dreamers who started strong and quit when it got uncomfortable. But those who succeed, those who rise to the top, those who live lives of impact, they're disciplined. They do it daily. They do it tired. They do it scared. They do it bored. They don't wait for motivation. They create momentum through consistency. Discipline is boring. It's repetitive. It's thankless, but it's necessary. Discipline is what builds habits. Habits build character, and character builds destiny. You don't become great by doing the right thing once. You become great by doing the right thing over and over, even when nobody is watching, even when there's no immediate payoff. You show me someone who wins in life, and I'll show you someone who made discipline their lifestyle. They didn't hope for it, they trained for it. They didn't pray for the easy road, they prepared for the hard one. Motivation can lie to you. It tells you you're doing great just for starting. It gives you permission to rest before you've earned it. It tells you you'll get back to it tomorrow. Discipline doesn't lie. Discipline tells the truth even when it hurts. It doesn't sugarcoat. It keeps you honest. It holds the line when excuses try to sneak in. It keeps you focused when distractions call your name. The path to greatness isn't lit with motivation, it's paved with discipline. It's waking up and doing the work when you're not in the mood. It's staying committed long after the emotion you felt when you made the commitment is gone. It's showing up day after day, week after week, year after year with relentless focus. Discipline separates the amateurs from the professionals. Amateurs do it when it's easy. Professionals do it because it's required. Amateurs chase highs. Professionals build systems. Amateurs wait for the feeling. Professionals show up regardless. Discipline is the difference between a wish and a result, between talking and achieving, between dreaming and becoming. Pain is temporary, purpose is forever. Pain is a signal, not a sentence. It shows up to test you, not to destroy you. It's not the enemy, it's the refiner. When you chase something meaningful, pain is part of the journey. It doesn't ask permission, it just arrives. And when it does, it asks you one question: how bad do you want it? Most people run when pain shows up. They pull back, they slow down, they compromise. But those who understand purpose, they lean into the pain. They don't fear it, they respect it, because they know that anything worth having will cost you something. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and pain is the price of purpose. You see, temporary pain has a way of feeling permanent in the moment. It convinces you that it's always going to feel this way. It screams louder than your vision. It clouds your focus. But the truth is, pain always passes. It may last for a season, a year, a chapter, but it never lasts forever. What does last forever is the legacy you build when you push through, the character you develop when you don't give in, the strength you earn when you choose to keep moving. Purpose is what gives pain meaning. Without purpose, pain is just suffering. But when you know why you're doing it, when the goal is bigger than the struggle, the pain becomes fuel. It sharpens you. It makes you tougher. It teaches you things success never could. There are lessons in pain that can't be learned in ease. You grow in the valley, not at the summit. And the ones who fulfill their calling are the ones who can endure the pain without losing sight of the purpose. Your purpose will require sacrifice. It will stretch you. It will break your comfort zone. It will demand more of you than you thought you could give. But the trade is worth it, because purpose outlives pain. Purpose echoes. Purpose impacts. Pain fades, but the impact of living on purpose lasts long after you're gone. Every time you resist quitting, every time you take one more step, every time you show up in pain, you're building something eternal. You're proving to yourself and the world that you are not controlled by your emotions. You're led by your mission. There will be days when the pain feels overwhelming, when your heart is heavy, when your body is tired, when your mind is clouded. In those moments, it's not motivation, it's knowing deep down that what you're doing matters, that the pain is producing something greater than comfort ever could, that the suffering is shaping a stronger, wiser, more focused version of you. Most people want the result, but not the resistance. They want the crown, but not the cross. But you don't get to your higher self without going through the fire. And it's that fire, that furnace of adversity that forges unshakable resolve. You either let pain define you or refine you. You either give up or grow up. You either bow to the pressure or rise with the purpose. You weren't created to live soft. You weren't built to quit when it hurts. You're here for a reason, and that reason is worth the price. Pain is temporary, it ends, but purpose is what remains. Purpose is what wakes you up in the morning. Purpose is what keeps you going when nobody's watching. Purpose is what fuels the grind, the sacrifice, the repetition. Pain is just the toll you pay on the road to your calling. You don't need a plan B if your plan A is obsession. Plan B is a safety net people build when they don't fully believe in plan A. It's a backup, a comfort zone in disguise. It's the voice that says, just in case you fail. But the moment you give yourself another option, you've already accepted the idea that failure is on the table. Obsession doesn't entertain failure. Obsession doesn't flirt with other options. Obsession means plan A is the only plan. It's not something you do, it's who you are. It's woven into your identity, your habits, your choices, your thoughts, your every breath. Obsession is not about balance, it's about total commitment. When you're obsessed with something, you don't clock in and out. You don't ask for weekends off. You don't work on it when it's convenient. You live it, breathe it, become it. Obsession eats excuses for breakfast. It kills distraction. It silences fear. It removes the need for motivation because it burns with purpose. When you're obsessed, you don't need permission. You don't wait to feel ready. You move, you act, you push. Every second is a brick you're laying toward the life you've envisioned. The problem is, most people treat their dreams like a hobby. They say they want it, but their effort doesn't match their words. They want a six-figure business, but they act like it's a side hustle. They want to be elite, but they train like they're average. They want plan A to work, but they keep plan B in their back pocket just in case. That just in case is what kills them. That just in case robs them of the edge, the urgency, the desperation that obsession brings. You don't go all in when you're holding on to a parachute. You go all in when it's fly or fall. Obsession requires a different level of sacrifice. It means saying no to good things so you can chase great things. It means being misunderstood, being judged, being lonely. It means working through the night when everyone else is asleep. It means missing parties, skipping trends, ignoring opinions. It means showing up whether you're tired, sick, discouraged, or afraid. Because when you're obsessed, none of that matters. You're driven by something deeper than comfort. You're pulled by a vision so strong it won't let you quit. Obsession turns average people into monsters. It creates legends. It builds dynasties. Not because they're more talented, not because they had better luck, but because they refused to be casual about their calling. They showed up every single day like it was life or death. They didn't dab, they dominated. They removed all exits, burned the fallback plans, and locked in with tunnel vision on one outcome. Success wasn't optional, it was mandatory. When your plan A becomes obsession, you start to see the world differently. Every moment becomes an opportunity to get better. Every failure becomes a lesson. Every obstacle becomes fuel. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need progress. You're not waiting for the stars to align. You're moving forward no matter what. People will call you extreme, intense, too much. Let them. That's what it takes. That's the price of greatness. That's the standard obsession sets. You don't win in life by being lukewarm. You win by being on fire. You win by being consumed. When you let go of plan B, you tap into a level of focus most people never reach. You stop asking, what if I fail, and start asking, what if I never try? You stop tiptoeing and start attacking. You stop playing small and start living full. Plan A becomes not just a path, but a mission. And when you're on a mission, nothing can stop you. Fall in love with the process, not the praise. The praise feels good, but it's fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. One day people are clapping, the next day they're silent. If you depend on the applause, your progress will always be tied to someone else's opinion. You'll rise and fall based on what they say, what they notice, what they validate. That's not how greatness is built. Greatness is built in the shadows, in the silence, in the grind, when nobody's watching. And the only way to keep going in that silence is to love the process more than the praise. The process is where the real work happens. It's where you show up tired. It's where you get knocked down and choose to stand back up. It's where the repetition, the boredom, the sacrifice live. It's not glamorous. It's not always exciting, but it's necessary. The ones who fall in love with it are the ones who last. They don't need validation to show up. They don't need recognition to push forward. They're driven by something internal, by the hunger to grow, the desire to evolve, the obsession to become. People who chase praise burn out. They get high off the likes, the attention, the approval. But the moment it fades, they question everything. They stop showing up. They stop giving their best. They start to feel empty, lost. That's because they were chasing something external, something they can't control. But when you fall in love with the process, your motivation becomes unshakable. You're not working to be seen, you're working to be great. You're not creating for approval, you're creating because it's in your blood. The process is what separates real from fake. Talk is easy, compliments are cheap, but showing up every day, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when there's no spotlight, that's rare. That's what builds discipline. That's what builds identity. You become what you do consistently, not what people praise you for occasionally. The process molds you, it humbles you, it teaches you patience, perseverance, and self-respect. When you fall in love with the process, setbacks don't destroy you. Failures don't define you. You don't panic when things go quiet because you never needed the noise to begin with. You're focused on getting better, one rep at a time. You celebrate effort more than outcome. You value growth more than applause. You see progress in the small, consistent wins that others overlook. While they're chasing shortcuts, you're stacking bricks. While they're seeking applause, you're building a foundation. The process builds resilience. It teaches you how to fight through resistance. It trains your mind to show up even when your emotions tell you not to. It makes you tough, not because life got easier, but because you learn how to stay focused regardless. You stop chasing perfection and start chasing improvement. You stop needing to be the best in the room and start needing to be better than you were yesterday. People will come and go. Praise will rise and fade, but the process remains. And if you're committed to it, it will always pay off, not just in results, but in who you become. You'll start to realize that success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you carry yourself, how you grind, how you grow. That's what the process gives you. It gives you mastery, integrity, confidence, not because someone handed it to you, but because you earned it. That's what the process gives you. It gives you mastery, integrity, confidence, not because someone handed it to you, but because you earned it. So the process gives you day by day, step by step, through repetition, discipline, and grit. Fight for your future like your life depends on it, because it does. This isn't a game. This isn't a drill. This is your one shot at life. And how you fight now determines what kind of future you build. Too many people move like they've got unlimited time, like the clock's not ticking, like tomorrow is guaranteed. But the truth is, every second matters. Every decision counts. Every choice you make is either building your future or burying it. You don't get a second chance at today. You don't get to hit reset once it's over. That's why you've got to treat your future like it's sacred, because it is. You can't afford to be casual with your destiny. You can't afford to live soft. Life is going to hit you, it's going to test you, it's going to try to break you. And if you don't fight back, if you don't stand up with intention, with grit, with fire, then life will decide for you. It'll write your story while you sit back and watch. But if you choose to go all in, to show up with purpose, to move like it all matters, then you take the pen back. You become the author of your life. Fighting for your future means waking up with urgency. It means sacrificing what's easy for what's right. It means saying no to things that steal your time, your energy, your focus. It means training your mind to think long term, not just in the moment. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Because your emotions don't determine your legacy, your actions do. There are people depending on the future you're building, your family, your future kids, the people you're called to impact. They don't need the version of you that quit when it got hard. They need the version that kept swinging, that kept believing, that kept showing up even when life was unfair. That kind of person doesn't fold under pressure. They rise through it. They become stronger because of it. You're not just fighting for money. You're not just fighting for a title. You're fighting for freedom. You're fighting for purpose. You're fighting for a life that's bigger than you. You're fighting to prove to yourself that you're capable of more than they ever said you were. That you weren't put here to just survive. You were built to lead, to inspire, to conquer. That kind of fight takes everything you've got. It takes consistency when nobody's watching. It takes sacrifice when nobody's clapping. It takes belief when there's no evidence. Every time you decide to quit, you're choosing comfort over calling. But every time you decide to keep going, to dig deeper, to push harder, you're planting seeds. Seeds of greatness, seeds of resilience, seeds that one day become a future you can be proud of. The kind of future where you don't live with regret, where you don't wonder what if, where you know deep in your soul that you gave everything you had, that you fought like your life depended on it. And it does. Because your future is not just some distant dream. It's shaped by what you do today, by how you show up right now. You want a better life? You've got to earn it. You want success? Fight for it. You want peace? Fight for it. You want impact, meaning, purpose? Fight for it. Nobody's handing you that future. You've got to take it. You've got to grind for it when it's hard, when it hurts, when you're tired, when it doesn't seem fair. That's what separates those who have it from those who wish they did.